CM 365, all about Carnatic music. In Carnatic music, we see that we have the 72 Mela ragas, that is ragas which have got all the 7 notes in the Arohana Avarona. As far as the Janya ragas are concerned, we see that in the Audava category, that is ragas having 5 notes in the Arohana and Avarohana, there are many ragas which we can mention. In the Shadava category, I would say that there are not too many ragas. And in that today we will take up the ragam Sriranjani, which happens to be a Shadava ragam in the sense that it takes 6 notes in the Arohana and the Avarohana. To put it very simply, it is a Janya of the Karahara Priya Mela, that is the 22nd Mela. And the only difference in terms of, if you look at the notes, from Karahara Priya, it is that if you take out the Panchama from the Karahara Priya, it results in Sriranjani. Now let us look at the scale. Sa ri ga ma da ni sa sa ni da ma ga ri sa sa ri Chatushruti Rishabham ga Sadharana Gandharam Ma Shuddha Madhyamam Da Chatushruti Devatam and Ni Kaisiki Nishadam and Sa, and coming back also the same route which it went in Arohana, same comes back. Sa re ga ma da ni sa sa ni da ma ga ri sa. Now, the Tyagarajar, Dikshadhar and many more composers have actually composed compositions in Sriranjani. We look at a few compositions first. Among the compositions of Tyagaraja, we have, of course, the famous Soga Suga Bridanga Talamo Jatakurchi Ninnu, or the composition Marubalka Gunave Mira, or another composition Bhuvi Nida Sudane Perasache, Bhuvi Nida Sudane Perasache, Pungula Didini Buddha Manohara. Of course, a much more famous composition of Tyagaraja is Broche Vare Vare Raghupate Broche Vare Vare Ninnu Vina Broche Vare Vare Shri Ramanena Runa Broche Vare Vare Sakala Lokanayaka Broche Vare Re Naravarani Sari Broche Vare Vare. There are some more charanas after this. What I wanted to show here is how Tyagaraja in the opening phrase itself clearly defines it, the raga Lakshana. Bro Tama Broche Vare Vare Raghupate. Here, of course, another ragam which is very close to Sriranjani is Abogi, where again in Sriranjani, if you remove the Nishada, it becomes Abogi, like Sari Ga Ma Da. Till there, both Sriranjani and Abogi are same. In Abogi, it's like after Da, it skips the Ni and goes off to Sa, like Sa Re Ga Ma Da Sa Sa Da Ma Ga Ri Sa. Thus, this is a Audava ragam. Now, in the same Abogi, if you add the Ni, Sa Re Ga Ma Da Ni Sa Sa Ni Da Ma Ga Ri Sa. So, while establishing the ragam, 2 things have to be kept in mind. Of course, one side we have the very strong Melagartha of Sriranjani, that is Karahara Priya, and other side we have Abogi. So the first thing, of course, is to show that this is different from Karahara Priya. You have to show the phrases where the Panchama is not there, like Nida Ma Gari Ga. Also the Ni is important when compared to the Abogi. So again, like in some ragas where we have very strong ragas, allied ragas to this, ragas which may actually indicate, just if you keep on doing ma ga ri sa, sa ri ga ma ga ri sa, sa ri ni, sa ri ga ma. If you keep on doing like this, first of all, this may suggest that it may go off to Karar Priya. Or if you do sanchara like da magari ga ga ma da magari ri ga magari sa. So here there is an ambiguity of whether it is going towards Abogi or towards Sriranjani. So the compositions, again, as I say, our great Bhagyakaras, through the composition, how beautifully they define the contour of the ragam. Broche vare vare ragupate broche. So where the magari sa ni da ni sa re ga ma da ni, the whole gamut of the ragam is clearly established in the opening phrase itself. Every composition, for example, if you take the compositions of Muthuswami Dikshidhar like Sri Dum Durge or Balambikaya, there also the same beauty is seen. We also have a few compositions by Papanasam Sivan in this ragam, like Ini oru kannam unai maraven yadu kulatilakaya nani oru kannam unai maraven. Or another composition of his, Gajavadana Karuna Sadana Shankara Bala Lambodara Sundara. Or another composition of his, Kana Vendamo. Kana Vendamo Ire Kannirukum Bode Vinnuyar Gopuram Kana Vendamo. Sri Papanasam Sivan has also composed a beautiful Padavarnam in Sriranjani, and this is very popular in the dance circuit. You would have seen that many dances, especially the Arangetram, we see this particular piece is taken for performance as the main item, which goes like Swami ni manamirangigarultama dayai nidiye muruga guha Swami sanidama. Let's look at the few sancharas in this particular ragam. Nidama gariga gamadani sanidama gari riga magari sanidani dani sari gari gama gamadani da magariga gamadani sanida magari gamada magari gamagari sanidani sa. Thus we see that in Sriranjani there are quite a few compositions, and this ragam again has to be established very carefully, I would say, because of the fact that it has very two close ragas, the Karhar Priya, its Mela, and the Abogi ragam coming side by side. So the emphasis has to be on the Panchama Varjya, and the second, of course, is the emphasizing the Ni. You would have seen that in the compositions, the Ni gets a very prominent role as far as this Sriranjani ragam is concerned. CM 365, all about Carnatic music.